Hello and welcome back to Ask Alan about low carb cocktails. This is the fourth in the series that I'm doing on double oaked whiskeys. This week it's a rye whiskey and it's Sagamore Spirits. They make some very good ryes, and this one happens to be a double oaked version. So I thought that that would be perfect for this series. So we're going to do that, and we will then make a golden sour double oak rye cocktail. Long name, and hopefully it won't take that long to make. So stay with me as we review this whiskey and do a great cocktail. Welcome to Ask Alan about low carb cocktails. We're continuing the series on double oaked whiskeys, and this week it's a rye. We did 3 bourbons, and now this one is a Sagamore double oaked rye. This one is one that comes in at the mid $50 range. It's not wasn't very expensive when I found it. I don't know. It depends on where you are and how much things cost for you. Usually it's a little higher in Iowa, but this wasn't too bad. I don't know if I got it on sale or what, but it's been in the basement for a while. And this is one that comes in at 48.3 ABV, which is 96.6 proof. So we are going to try that out before we make a cocktail with it. And Sagamore has this very unique, still has some dust on the bottle, very unique shape. So you'll know it's Sagamore when you see this in your liquor store. So we'll roll that. And it definitely sticks to the glass pretty well. It's got a good color to it. You can definitely tell it's a double oak. Well, it's a darker finish than some things, so that's typical on a double oak. But we will look at this here for the nose, then the palate, and then the finish. The nose is pretty balanced. So I get some cinnamon, maybe a little bit of cherry, some spice. Nothing too pronounced though. Let's try it on the palate and see what we get there. I feel like some banana peel, maybe some cherry. Maybe more like a wild cherry, not a real sweet one. Definitely get the spiciness from the rye. A little cinnamon, I think. It's got a decent finish. It doesn't burn too much. It's less than 100 proof, so it's not going to have much of a burn. Definitely, it's got a longer finish, like most of these that I've been trying here lately with the double oaks I've had. But maybe not as long as some of the others. I definitely do feel a little bit more burn, some spiciness, some pepperiness in the background. So definitely a good taste. So let's start this cocktail. So what this has, it's made in a shaker. And we start with 2 ounces of the double oaked rye. 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 ounces of rich honey syrup. Now, I like to use this honey cinnamon, no carb, no calorie syrup. I don't know what they make it from, but it does have a honey taste and a little bit of cinnamon taste, and it tastes pretty good in most cocktails. So I'm going to use that. But if you make a rich honey syrup, it's usually 2 parts honey to 1 part water. And so you heat up the water and you mix the honey in there so it melts in. And basically that's all you do. But and it'll have a heavier honey taste than this will. But because I want to do low carb, and honey has a fairly high amount of carbs in it. Although if you're doing any sugar at all, honey's a better one to have, especially if it's local. And I've got 2 neighbors who raise bees, so there's plenty of honey in my neighborhood. But we'll use this, and it's 3/4 ounce. I might go a little higher. I might go a full ounce just to get a little more honey taste, because this isn't going to be as strong as a 2-to-1 honey syrup. And that's all until the end, because the sweet vermouth, which is what's got the carbs in it, there's 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, so that's about 4 carbs, I think. Actually, no, I think I wrote that down wrong. I think that the sweet vermouth is higher carbs, but I'll correct that, and it'll be up in the corner. But definitely the sweet vermouth does have a little bit of carbs in it. So we'll shake this. And that's well chilled. And we will get the sweet vermouth ready, and that's 1 ounce that we will float on the top. And we'll put this in with a large piece of ice. Strain that. And then float the sweet vermouth on top. And if you use a bar spoon, that will help to float it. And you really can't see the difference, but that is really, really good. That definitely, I put a little bit more of the honey syrup that I have, because it's not 2-to-1. So, but it does definitely taste like a honey syrup with just a touch of cinnamon taste. But that tastes really good in this cocktail. So definitely, this is a keeper. The only thing that's really, the way I made it, has any carbs is the sweet vermouth. So that's basically the only thing that has the any carbs in it. But definitely, if you can get a hold of the Sagamore rye double oaked, it does have a really good taste. It's not as pronounced on the double oaked as some of the other things that I've tasted, but definitely it's one worth having. Tell me what you think about this. Check out the description for the recipe for the cocktail, and any the information that I've shared on this on the Sagamore double oaked rye. And definitely, if you would, share this with your friends. Like, subscribe. Make sure that we can get this information out to other people, so that other people can enjoy lower carb cocktails and not get all those sugars, and still enjoy to have a good cocktail once in a while. So thank you, and coming back for the next episode, which is the final one in the series, and that will be the last one of the double oaks that I'll do for a while. and let me know anything in the comments that you want to let me know, what you think about Sagamore or any of the other ones. And um, have a great week, and come back next week for another episode here at Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails.